Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the NJCroce Popeye the Sailor Bendable and Posable collectible figure box set. Celebrating 75 years. Hard to believe, 75 years of Popeye. It is recommended for ages 3 and up. The set includes Wimpy, Popeye, Olive Oil, Brutus, and Sweet Pea. This set combines two things from Spot's childhood. Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody? Anybody care? One of them being Popeye, because I used to grow up loving Popeye. It was my only reasoning why I would eat spinach as a child, thinking that somehow I could just eat spinach, grow incredibly large arms, and lift cars. That was not a successful feat on my part. But the other thing I really loved growing up with was bendable figures. I think I actually had a Popeye growing up. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't quite remember. But I did have a Gumby. I had a Spider-Man, and I had a Batman, and I had a Superman. And I had that Superman and Gumby for years before they either got lost. Maybe my mom actually sold them at a garage sale. I don't know. But this is a really cool set for fans of bendable figures and Popeye. We take the box. The top of the box has some nice artwork of classic Popeye characters. And we spin around the back there. There is a read-up on all of them. As for Wimpy, J. Wellington Wimpy, if you want to be formal about it, and although everyone calls him Wimpy, he's anything when it comes to mooching, especially from his best friend Popeye. He's lazy, cowardly, and selfish. In fact, he's almost everything. Popeye isn't. His catchphrase, "I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today," has made him one of the many popular supporting characters to come out of this strip. Brutus. When it comes to great rivalries, Popeye and Brutus may have the greatest of all time. These two have dedicated their lives to competing against each other for the greatest prize of all, the affection of Miss Olive Oil. But then, like death and taxes, the one thing you can always be sure of is Popeye will come out on top. As for Olive Oil, Popeye has proven his devotion to his lanky love, ever the damsel in distress by battling the fiercest foes for more than 6 decades. But somehow, it never seems to be enough. Now that's dedication. Although Olive is equally smitten with heroic sailor, she's still easily impressed by anyone who has more edification and etiquette than Popeye. A lot of big E words there. Sweet Pea. After being left on Popeye's doorstep in a package addressed to Popeye, Sweet Pea went on to become the sailor's adopted infant. Originally, Sweet Pea is christened with spinach, of course, as Schooner Sewell, Georgia, Washington, Christopher, Columbia, Daniel Boone by Popeye, but his name eventually fell to the wayside, and Popeye named for the infant Sweet Pea, completely replaced his true moniker. And then finally, for a read-up on Popeye, he's strong to the finish because he still eats his spinach. He's Popeye the Sailorman. Known for the world over for his bulging forearms and his ever-ready can of spinach, he may not be as cultured or refined as his girlfriend Olive Oil would like him to be. But as he puts it, I am what I am, an honest, hard-working, quick-tempered, but good-natured sailor. Treat him well, and he'll be your best friend. Double cross him, and you might just catch a spinach-powered right hook to the chaps. To check out more from the folks over at NJCroce, head over to www.njcroce. Actually, down below it says NJCroceco.com. This is a bendable and posable Popeye the Sailor character collectible figures. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the NJCroce, the Popeye the Sailor, bendable and posable box set of figures. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Spot currently has the figures laying down, and if they appear to be a little flatter than normal, that's because the folks over at NJCroce have decided to make the figures more flat than some of the other figure releases. I kind of like that. It makes it look like they're taken right from the comic strip, like they're three-dimensional comic strip characters, which in this case, it's kind of really what they are. You got Popeye there. I am what I am. Sporting his muscles. Yeah, unfortunately as a kid, we were so wrongly led into believing that if we ate spinach, we could have Popeye's arms like this. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. Popeye looks good though, wearing his black and red sailor outfit with his blue pants, his black shoes there, sporting his anchor tattoo on the one arm there and on the other arm. They've finished the figure both front and back, so Popeye's got his hair there going as well. He's got also his pipe. Also, because these figures are a little on the flatter side, they seem to have more posability as well. You can move Popeye's legs. You can even rotate his legs forward too, which might help a little bit in the way of the standing department. You can also bend them at the waist and the head. What's funny though is that when you start turning the head, it gives Popeye even more of a three-dimensional look, even though he's a flatter figure. I am what I am. I love Popeye. Oh, loved him when I was growing up. Also had Popeye cigarettes back before. I think they still make them now, but they don't put the little red things on the end of it. It was Popeye cigarette candies. That's what it was like to be a kid in the 80s. You didn't have to worry so much about stuff. Now everything's such a worry. Worry, worry, worry. Anyways, there's Popeye. Love the figure. Might be one of my favorite bendable figures from NJCroce. Or if you're more Italian, it's NJCroce, but it involves the rolling of the R, and Spot just can't roll R's to save his life. I can't blow bubbles either. This mouth is basically useless other than speaking. If I lost that, I would be lost. I really would. All right, let's have a look at olive oil. Oh, Popeye. She's either happy to see Popeye or she's in distress. I'm thinking it's more the second one. Girl is always in distress. She was played in the Popeye movie by Shelley Duvall, who was also in The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Although Jack Nicholson did not play Popeye. Could you imagine if Jack Nicholson played Popeye? That would be awesome. But instead, it was the late, great Robin Williams. Not one of his more memorable movies, but I think he was a fitting choice for Popeye. Olive oil here as the full posability, as you would expect from a bendable figure. She's also lanky enough too, both her and Shelley Duvall, that you probably could do this with the actress as well. But you can have her arms down. She can also really be reaching her arms up and hugging Popeye after he's just saved her, only then to be a damsel in distress once again. Oh, olive oil. Let's put Popeye right there. Let's get olive oil, just kind of standing next to Popeye. Let's put her arms down. She looks a little weird having her arms up like that. There we go. Get her to hopefully stand. You would think that she would be able to stand quite easily because her feet are ginormous. All right, let's have a look at Sweet Pea. Not Sweet Pea, Sweet Pea. Again, very on the flat side. Sweet Pea, you can still move the arms and the head. No legs because Sweet Pea is wearing a little baby outfit there. Little baby outfit. By incorporating the black in the eyes, the eyebrows, the mouth, it really stands out. They look like strip characters, but they look like, that they would have just been taken out of the comic strip. I quite like that. Not really much to be said for Sweet Pea. He is a little bit smaller than Popeye there. Let's have a look at Brutus. This one is probably the thinnest of all the figures. Well, certainly a lot thinner than Popeye. Yellow outfit, blue pants there. Nice expression on his face as well. Big full beard. Posability still, lots there. The wireframe you can see, the little holes on the back there to help with with the oxygen getting in there. Doesn't have as much posability necessarily as Popeye. You have Brutus. And finally, not my real favorite from this set, just because I don't like Wimpy all that much. Guy's always mooching. He's always mooching for one of these. He always wants one of those hamburgers. Here in Canada, we have actually a couple of Wimpy's hamburgers. I don't particularly think they're very good. But if you ask anybody, if you ask my father, like years ago, Wimpy's burgers were delicious. Now, not so much. But he would kindly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That's not a lot of mileage that you can get nowadays. I can't simply just go up to somebody and I would gladly pay you whatever day for a hamburger today. They probably would tell you to take ye old hike. Probably not as medieval, but they would say something along those lines. But yeah, the figures really pop. Wimpy, no exception. The white and the red tie there, black jacket. Very shiny paint on the figures here. But quite nice figures, I must say. Spot's collecting certainly a lot of these bendable figures lately. To me, it harks back to my childhood. A childhood when life was simpler. You could have sugary cereal, you could sit back and watch some cartoons, and my cartoon go-to was Popeye the Sailorman. Today's collectible spot, we were having a look at our NJCroce, the Popeye, 75 years. 75 years. I'm just going to leave that with you. 75 years. That and today we're, though, having a look at the 75th anniversary of Popeye the Sailorman by having a look at the NJCroce Popeye the Sailorman bendable figures. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.